All
Senator
Flake,
can we hold it?
I'm pretty swift, so.
Senate.
Why did you decide to do this now after everything that's happened in the presidential campaign and in the months since the inauguration? And do you wish you had spoken out more forcefully earlier?
Well, I'm not leaving the Senate. I'm just not running again. So I'll be here for another 15 or 14 months. So there was no need to do it before. This was the time.
The White House just described the remarks you made on the Senate floor today as petty.
I would invite anybody to read the remarks or watch the speech and come to their own conclusion.
If he's as egregious as you say he is, why have only two of you spoken out?
I think more people have spoken out than that.
In the Senate?
There's been more of them spoken out than that. And I think you'll see more in the future.
Why does it take a retirement to speak out like this?
I've not exactly been quiet for the past couple of years during the campaign and since. So I've got a book you can read if you want. But I certainly think that being unencumbered by a race coming up, it is easier to speak out. Although I haven't exactly done it. If I could run the kind of race I'd like to run, and believe I could win a Republican primary, I might go forward. But there's a very narrow path now as a Republican. I'm a traditional Republican, limited government, economic freedom, free trade, pro-immigration, and that's a very narrow path right now in a Republican primary.
Senator Flake, is there anything that you would align yourself with the Trump White House with right now? If the president comes to you, is there anything that you would?
Sure. I mean, I've worked with the president on some of the judge nominees. Hopefully, we'll be working with him on tax policy, on DACA. I'm glad the president wants to protect those kids who came across the border. So there are things that we can work together on. I hope to be able to work certainly with my colleagues. We have a bipartisan AUMF that Tim Kaine and I have put forward that hopefully we can get done. So there are a lot of things that we can work together on. I've worked together with Democrat presidents, Republican presidents. I've disagreed with both. And that's, these days it seems that unless you're on, every policy that the president has, then somehow you're not a conservative somehow, or it's just an odd time in politics.
Is there a future for you in the Republican Party? Is there a future for you in the Republican Party?
I think that this spell or fever that we're in right now, that is more about your tone than your policies will abate and will change. And so I do think resentment is not a governing philosophy. At some point, we've got to actually have policies that work, not just rile up the base. And so, yeah, I do think the party will come back around. Otherwise, we'll be a minority party for a long time.
Do you regret supporting every one of the president's candidates?
One more question. I'm sorry.
What do you say to those in the Bannon wing of the party who are claiming victory today?
Oh, nothing at all.
Senator Flake, as far as your remarks were concerned, you said that there is neither a regret of indecency of discourse or regret of leadership. Were you referring directly to the White House as far as leadership was concerned?
Yes.
Do you feel like your work is done, sir, that it will be by the end of your term?
No, you're never done.